Have you ever tried to control someone who simply refuses to be controlled? Someone who operates on their own terms, answers to no one, and doesn't bend to the expectations that most people follow without question? That person might just be a Sigma male. Sigma males, often misunderstood, sometimes revered, are arguably the hardest people to control. But what exactly makes them so difficult to manage? What sets them apart from others in social hierarchies? And why do they seem impervious to manipulation, power plays, or societal pressures? In this exploration, we'll dive into the essence of the Sigma male mindset and why their inherent qualities make them unyielding in the face of control. By the end of this, you'll not only understand the psychology behind Sigma males, but also why their resistance to influence is a key factor that makes them so intriguing and in many ways unstoppable. 1. Sigma males are self-directed, not group-oriented. At the core of every Sigma male lies an unshakable sense of independence. Unlike alpha males who thrive on being at the top of social hierarchies, Sigma males prefer to operate outside of them. They're lone wolves, and this sense of self-reliance makes them incredibly hard to influence. What does it mean to be self-directed? Sigma males don't need a team, a crowd, or external validation to feel secure or fulfilled. Their goals are set by their own standards, and their actions are motivated by personal ambition, not societal pressure. This internal motivation is the bedrock of their autonomy. They're not swayed by the whims of trends, social approval, or the approval of any group. In practical terms, this manifests in their ability to detach themselves from groupthink, peer pressure, and the pursuit of conformity. Think about it. When the world is marching one way, Sigma males are walking in their own direction, often unnoticed or misunderstood. But the more they carve their path, the less they can be controlled. A Sigma male's self-direction means they take ownership of their lives, their choices, and their destiny. This is something no one can impose on them. They don't rely on others for validation, and they certainly don't adjust their behavior to meet external expectations. And this fundamentally makes them resistant to influence. 2. They understand the power of detachment. One of the key traits that makes Sigma males so difficult to control is their deep understanding and practice of detachment. They don't get emotionally tied to outcomes, people, or situations in the same way others might. While others often react out of emotional attachment, Sigma males maintain a sense of emotional distance that keeps them in control of their own responses. This detachment is not about being cold or indifferent. It's about not letting external circumstances dictate their emotional state. By remaining emotionally independent, Sigma males can observe situations without the cloud of personal bias or knee-jerk reactions. This characteristic makes them highly resilient in high-pressure situations, and it's precisely what makes them hard to control. If someone tries to manipulate them through emotional tactics, a Sigma male is unlikely to bite. Their lack of emotional investment in people, projects, or even outcomes leaves them with a powerful sense of freedom. They do not need anyone to validate their worth, which is a form of power most people will never fully understand. Moreover, this detachment allows Sigma males to make decisions based on logic and their own internal compass, not external influence or emotional triggers. When they take action, it's from a place of clarity, not desperation or external pressure. 3. They follow their own code, not society's rules. Society, by its very nature, sets rules, some written, some unwritten, that people are expected to follow. Most people follow these rules without question, often out of fear of social rejection or the desire for status. Sigma males, however, follow their own code. What does this code consist of? It's not a set of moral or ethical guidelines you can easily label. It's more of an internal compass, a deeply ingrained sense of how the world should be navigated. Their rules are often influenced by their own experiences, philosophical reflections, and sometimes even by the ancient wisdom of Stoicism or other philosophies. They do what they believe is right, whether others agree with them or not. This strong sense of internal purpose makes Sigma males nearly impossible to manipulate through guilt, shame, or social pressure. When people attempt to control them by appealing to external values or standards, Sigma males simply don't bite. They might smile, nod, and go on doing their own thing without ever feeling the need to conform. This autonomy makes them impervious to control tactics that work on others. While the world may be obsessed with status, trends, or gaining approval, Sigma males stay grounded in their own belief system. It's not about rebellion for rebellion's sake. It's about having the courage to live authentically, and this authenticity becomes an impenetrable force field against control. 4. They value solitude and silence. The Sigma male thrives in solitude, which is a crucial aspect of why they are so hard to control. When someone is comfortable being alone, they are rarely vulnerable to external pressures or manipulative tactics. Most people seek connection to feel validated or secure, but Sigma males don't need that validation. The ability to be alone, and even enjoy it, allows Sigma males to escape the noise of society and gain perspective. This solitude fosters introspection, self-reflection, and personal growth, all of which contribute to their resistance to control. In a world that is increasingly loud and distracting, the Sigma male's comfort with silence becomes a superpower. Sigma males also know the value of observing. They take time to sit back and understand situations, power dynamics, and other people's behavior. This allows them to navigate social interactions with awareness and precision. While others might rush to follow the crowd or engage in gossip, Sigma males take a step back and watch with a clear, objective mindset. This emotional distance and observational nature gives them an edge over anyone trying to manipulate or control them. The more you are comfortable in your own company, the less dependent you are on others. For the Sigma male, this independence is both a necessity and a form of liberation. 5. They have an innate sense of freedom. At the heart of every Sigma male is an innate desire for freedom. Freedom from societal constraints, from expectations, and from the influence of others. This desire for independence is not just about being alone. It's about the freedom to choose their path without interference. Freedom for Sigma males means freedom of thought, freedom of action, and the freedom to live according to their own principles. They don't subscribe to any set of rules unless they align with their values. This personal sovereignty makes them nearly impossible to control. In practical terms, this means that Sigma males tend to reject societal norms or systems that are built on conformity. Whether it's the traditional career ladder, the typical relationship structure, or the prescribed way to live life, Sigma males will often reject these pathways in favor of something that feels more authentic to them. This rejection of the system naturally makes them hard to control because they're not interested in gaining approval from societal structures. The Sigma male's rejection of control is also reflected in their relationships. They don't seek validation from others, and they refuse to be manipulated by emotional games. They engage in relationships on their own terms, with mutual respect and understanding, and they'll walk away from anything that feels like an attempt to control them. So why are Sigma males the hardest people to control? It's because they are self-directed, emotionally detached, rule breakers, and masters of solitude. Their innate freedom and sense of authenticity make them virtually immune to manipulation or influence. In a world full of noise, pressure, and expectations, the Sigma male stands firm, independent, resilient, and utterly unyielding. And it's this refusal to be controlled that makes them not just survivors in modern society, but true revolutionaries who live on their own terms. To understand Sigma males fully, one must first acknowledge that they cannot be tamed. They are the wild card, the ones who never play by anyone else's rules. And that's exactly why they're so impossible to control. Join the pack of high-value thinkers by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss the next move on your journey to mastery. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.